Alright, let's see if it's working. Let's see. Yep, external connection. Let's go. Yep. So last video we've done section 2 about the transaction, how they work. So yeah, so timestamp server. Okay, we need this as well. We need to make green. Yeah, so we're on section 3 now. It's probably going to take 10 minutes anyways. Timestamp server. The solutions we propose begins with a timestamp server. What the fuck is a timestamp server? I don't know. Let's put that there. A timestamp server works by taking a hash of a block of items to be timestamped and widely publishing the hash, such as in a newspaper or on-set post. The timestamp proves that the data must have existed at the time, obviously, in order to get into the hash. What the fuck is a hash? Each timestamp includes the previous timestamp in the hash following the chain, and addition timestamp refers. So a timestamp server, yeah, is about like the timing, innit? The timing. Wait, what is a timestamp server? Let's check that. What is a hash? Okay, what is a hash? Let's see what a hash is. A hash function is a function that can be used to map data attributes as fixed variables. Okay, so a hash is a container, I guess. It contains something, I think. What is a hash in crypto? A hash is a mathematical function that converts input arbitrary length into an encrypted output fixed. This amount to file size involves. Okay, so what? I don't get that shit, man. Okay, let's check what timestamp server. What is a timestamp server? What is a timestamp server? Timestamp server provides essential function processing data records and long term. It provides proof that existed in a particular moment in time, and okay, it just stamps it, tells you what time it came in, what time it left, and shit like that. Okay, so yeah, so that's what a timestamp is, yeah. Begins and okay, yeah, that's what a timestamp. A solution to propose begins with a timestamp. Yeah, okay, this is just a fact. A solution we propose beginning with a timestamp. Timestamp server will work by taking a hash of a block of items, a hash to be timestamped, widely publishing the hash. Yeah, I don't know what hash means, so I'll make it pink. It works by taking a block of item hash, such as it in a newspaper. And the timestamp provides the data that must be exited at the time, obviously the order to get hash. Each time the stamp includes the previous stamp to its hash additional times. Okay, we've done this section. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck a hash is. So timestamp server. Let's watch a YouTube video about actually timestamp server. Timestamp Bitcoin protocol for dummies. Timestamp. Yeah, let's. Yeah, let's go on that one here. Timestamp server. I'll explain it as well if you guys don't understand it. I'll dumb it down.
And welcome to another Bitcoin protocol explained video. In the previous videos, we covered the basic ideas behind Bitcoin. We covered the introduction and we covered the transaction section. In this video, we're going to cover the timestamp server. The problem with transactions is we have a way to do them, but we have no way as of yet to confirm that the transaction itself was not double spent, nor the previous transactions in this chain of transactions. We can confirm that the person owns, or at least owned, this Bitcoin, but we have no idea if they went to multiple parties and spent that coin multiple times. So here's the beginning of that solution.
So basically, the way you can spend one coin multiple times because each Bitcoin has a unique identifier to it. So each Bitcoin is unique because it has an identifier to it.
And that is a timestamp server. So let's go ahead and hit this short section. The solution we propose begins with a timestamp server. A timestamp server works by taking a hash of a block of items to be timestamped and widely publishing the hash, such as in a newspaper or a used index. The timestamp proves that the data must have existed at the time, obviously, in order to get into the hash. Each timestamp includes the previous timestamp in its hash, forming a chain with each additional timestamp reinforcing the ones before it. So this should be, pretty familiar to you after going through the abstract video. The idea here is that we can timestamp transactions each time we do it, or do a transaction, right? And it basically is going to inform the ones before it. So this should be, pretty familiar to you after going through the abstract video. The idea here is that we can timestamp transactions each time we do it, or do a transaction, right? And it basically is going to enforce the previous stamps, right? Because it's like more agreement on the previous stamp. So if you think about like any transfer you've done in Bitcoin, you've probably seen that it takes something like 3 confirmations to be validated. So this means that your transfer has been agreed on, another block is made, and then another block is made, and so on, depending on how many confirmations are required. And by this point, you've solidified your transaction in the Bitcoin blockchain, and it's also, widely agreed upon. The problem is, however, what if someone decides to take the chain and just edit the chain real quick and pass it along? Then what? So, sadly, as we've resolved one problem, we've presented ourselves with another. Luckily, there is a solution, and you probably already know that solution if you've paid attention or watched the abstract video. So in the next video, we're going to be covering this notion of proof of work. We did kind of discuss it already, but we will continue it as it's broken down further in the next section. As always, hopefully everybody is following along well. If you're confused or have any questions or comments, feel free to make them below. Otherwise, stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for watching, and thanks for all the subscriptions.
I'm here with Dr. Craig S. Wright. You are the inventor of Bitcoin and the chief scientist of InChain. My name is Ryan X. Charles. I am the head of engineering of tokenization and the smart wallet at Fabric, as well as the founder of MoneyButton, as well as your student, Craig. And we are going through every line of the white paper.
Alright, so basic, the solution follows the timestamp server works by taking a hash of blocks and widely publishing them and such. So it just tells you, it basically tells you what time it came in and what time it left. That's it. What is a hash? What is a hash? What is a hash? A hash. What is a hash in timestamp server? What is hashing? Hashing function explained. Timestamping. Oh yeah, okay, maybe it's hashing functions play. Let me click this video. I think hashing is similar to mapping.
What is hashing and what does it do? Hashing is the process of converting an input of any length into a fixed size string of text using a mathematical function. This means that any text, no matter how long it is, can be converted into an array of numbers and letters through an algorithm. The message to be hashed is called input. The algorithm used to do so is called a hash function.
Okay, I get it now. I get it. Let me go to it now. So basically, a timestamp server works by taking a hash of blocks of items. So it takes the blocks of items, hashes it, yeah. So makes it simplified into a fixed amount, so it gives it its own identity. Instead of taking the whole block and timestamping the whole block, it would just what do you call it? It would take up so much space. Instead, it would hash the block. So by giving it a unique ID. So block 1, let's say this is the very first block, Bitcoin block. Let's say block 1. You'd go hash it and say block 1 arrived at 5 PM and left at 1 second after. So instead of processing the block, which would take up a lot of space, it would process the hash, but the hash is determined from the block. So yeah, that's what it means basically. Alright, the next thing will explain proof of work and all this shit. Alright then, I'll end the live stream now.